Hey family, here I am back out in the outdoors. I was really trying to record again in another setting. It was nice being outside the other day, but I just got to give you a heads up. They're doing some drilling over here, so every time I try to record, they start drilling, but we're still going to get through this, okay? So, now in today's episode, what I want to talk about, the other day, I was talking about the debt buyer and some of the things that they do, and I just felt like I didn't do it justice. So, what I wanted to talk about was debt buyers' behavior in terms of buying your debts and then suing you and then tricking the consumers. I just think it's just not right. So now let's just talk about it. Well, the debt buyers, Midland Funding, Midland Credit Management, LVNV, Portfolio Recovery, Calvary, Encore Asset. There's a whole slew of debt buyers, and they've created a whole industry racket on how to sue the consumer. Well, I've been talking about this lately a lot in dealing with my consultations. And what I really realized is that most of my community doesn't really understand the impact that of their behavior, what it does to you. In particular, what I'm talking about is how um, they allegedly go and buy pools of debt from the original creditor. So let's take portfolio recovery for instance. They'll go and they'll buy a pool of debts from, let's say, Capital One, and then um, let's say your debt was valued at $6,000. Well, they'll pay 4 or 5 cents on the dollar to purchase your debt. And so they'll spend maybe $600 to buy $300 to purchase a $6,000 debt, allegedly. Okay, so why is that a problem? Well, they spent $300 and then they turn around and they sue you to make $6,000. That's a $5,400 profit. I'm sorry, I can't add. That's a $5,700 profit. It's been that kind of a day. Anyway, to my point, one of the things that I've been sharing with some of the people that I've been consulting is that immediately what they'll do is they'll sue you, they'll file a lawsuit, and here in California, you have 30 days to respond, and then what they'll do is they'll try to get you into a high priced payment plan in order to dismiss the lawsuit. Well, here's the problem that I have. Not only do they sue you, but if they can't get you into that high price payment plan, the $6,000 that they're suing you for, it does not go towards your original debt. Okay? Even if it's $1,000 or $1,200, $1,500, whatever your original debt was, let's say the lender was Capital One, Capital One has already charged it off. They've already charged it off. And so they've already taken the tax benefit of that. And so when these other people come in, they swoop in and they buy pools of debt, what happens is they turn around and sue you, and they'll collect the full amount of the debt that you had with the original creditor. And they trick you into believing that you're paying off the debt, but you are not paying off that debt. Not one penny of that money goes toward the original debt, whether it's a credit card or whatever means that you had that contract. None of that goes back to the original creditor. They keep that 100% profit. So you're really not solving your obligation. And if the original creditor decided to come back, by law, you would still owe the original creditor. So I'm so angry about this because they go and allegedly purchase this on 4 or 5 cents on the dollar. I don't care if it was if they spent $50 to purchase $1,000 debt, And then they come and sue you saying, oh, you owe them. But none of that money goes to solving the debt. I really, really, really need you guys to get this, because what's happening is they've built a whole industry behind suing consumers all around what I thought was just the nation, but I found out it's international. Our podcast is in 33 countries, last I checked. And so what's happened is they're exploiting the consumers. You don't owe these debt buyers. And the original creditor's already written it off. So what exactly are you paying? That sounds like some bully move to me. You're paying them so that they won't continue to what? With their lawsuit? I teach you some things. I teach you a lot of things about how to deal with these lawsuits. And you don't have to enter into high priced payment plans, and you don't have to deal with the extortion of these debt buyers. You don't have to. By law, it is your right and your responsibility to audit the lawsuit. And guess what? It doesn't take away any of your rights. If anything, if you take the time and you deal with the lawsuit, especially as I show you, because I show you how to set yourself up to win or to position yourself to win. My thing is this: it buys you time, so you don't have to come up with a payment in 30 days. You don't, so even a year from now, if you choose, oh, well, I'll work out a settlement if they're willing to meet me on my terms too, then you can work out that settlement. But by auditing your lawsuit, it buys you time to decide how you feel is best to handle that. I had a recent consultation, and on the letter that I send out, I say, okay, you've been sued by debt collector, and then I give the case number and where they can look it up to check for themselves to make sure they know I'm keeping it honest, keeping it real. And then I give them two instructions: one, to check it, see it for himself, and two, don't call the debt collector because they'll speed up the process on you. Instead, I ask, text me consult 877-505-0618. Text consult to me and we'll do a case evaluation. It doesn't cost you anything. Well, I had a lady call me and she says, oh, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I called them before I called you. And she told me that her debt was over $6,000 to the original creditor, not to the debt buyer. But then she said they offered her $1,000 off, but they told her she had to pay in a week. Hello? A week? Come on, man. That's really pretty demanding for somebody, one, that doesn't own the debt or has to prove that they own the debt. And for somebody that's already in a place of hardship, how do you overcome that? I can't tell you how many people I know that just may not have an extra $5,000 or $6,000 lying around. Anyway, so I was really disturbed by this, and I felt like this was something that I needed to share because, I'm so tired of the extortion and the bullying, and, I want to make a difference, and I believe together we can, but it's got to start with you. Just because they tell you that they own your debt doesn't make it so. I'm sorry, unless you know more debt collectors that always tell you the truth than, that I know. Most debt collectors I know don't tell you the truth. So anyway, I just wanted to make this a quick video. Please make sure that you follow us on YouTube, Sued by the Debt Collector podcast. Follow us on Instagram, and you can always check in with our websites. And don't forget, I'm going to continue to put things in the description box, so that'll be an easy place for you to go to look for new resources, or you can check the website at suedbythedebtcollector.com. Okay, love you guys, and we will see you in the next round. Bye.